Surprise, surprise, the incels are coming out in full force to praise The Northman, a film that showcases women as being subservient and a Viking culture that's idolized by white supremacists. I think it's safe to say that anyone who enjoys this movie is a racist and deserves to be cancelled. So pack a lunch, Mr. Shift, because it won't be long before your little YouTube channel is exposed for being the platform for hate speech and toxicity that it is. Now cry about it, man baby. Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm gonna let everyone in on a little secret. From the moment I saw the trailer for The Northman, I realized two things. For one, I knew I would be there opening day to experience it without hesitation. And two, I knew that there would be people out there who would attempt to call this movie racist. I knew that some people would find something about this movie or the reaction to this movie that is either problematic, toxic, or somehow damaging to their delicate sensibilities. Why? Because everyone is soft, of course, and that's just the way people's minds work now.
S-O-F-capital-T, soft, huh?
Because nobody looks at movies from a pure cinematic perspective anymore. They use movies as a way to prove a point, either politically or socially. This is why many of us speak frequently about how movies are being used as an agenda more often than not. Having watched this movie, I could already point out a few things that I knew that the mob would have an issue with. And it really pains me that my mind now works that way, but it's just what I'm expecting.
Why do these things always happen to me?
With every decent movie that is produced, I'm just expecting the fake controversy or the fake outrage to begin to try and sabotage its success. Because that's exactly what happens every time a movie that is mostly universally loved comes out, but it doesn't exactly check all the politically correct boxes. See Joker if you don't believe me. Anyone who enjoyed that movie was instantly labeled as an incel.
Get what you fucking deserve!
People were making accusations that we could one day end up just like Arthur Fleck did in the movie. Let that sink in for a moment. These people are incapable of separating a fictional world from reality. So what is it about this movie, The Northman, that is so goddamn problematic? Well, if this tweet that I'm about to show you isn't an indication of how fucked up the world we live in actually is, then I don't know what is.
Is it just me, or is it getting crazier out there?
Nadine for You on Twitter said, "You're telling me that a man who looks like this decided to make a movie about Vikings in 2022. Yeah, it's giving white supremacist." Just gonna say terrible English, but I wouldn't expect anything less. First of all, this person is judging someone purely based on their appearance, which I thought was a no-no procedure. But I guess what's good for the pronoun queen isn't exactly good for the rest of us. Good to know.
My, how the tables have turned.
So what is it exactly about a movie about Vikings made by a white male director that has got everyone so upset? And apparently if you dig a little deeper, it all stems from Nazis once upon a time appropriating Viking culture. So because of that, anyone who takes any interest in Viking culture is now automatically going to be labeled a racist. What is it that they say about absolutes again? Oh, that's right.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Do you want to know the funniest part about all of this? Robert Eggers himself, the director, has already spoke about this topic in length, and he expressed desire to reclaim Norse symbolism that may have been used for nefarious reasons in the past. Yet it appears his efforts were completely unappreciated and unrecognized, and he is still being labeled as a racist. Do you need any more proof that there is absolutely no pleasing these people? Even if you have the best intentions in the world and you are very careful about the product you are producing, somehow, some way, you will still be villainized, if they want you to be. Apparently based solely on the way that you look. Does that sound tolerant or accepting? No, it sounds like a disingenuous cult of assholes.
I knew it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
At what point did it become okay for people to behave this way? I'll tell you exactly. When Twitter was created and people became too comfortable behind their phones and forgot what it's like to experience consequences for the things that they say. So they sit around and they spew verbal diarrhea to try to sabotage one of the few good movies that we've actually got in the past few years.
That makes sense.
And it's not just people on Twitter, to be clear. There are major media outlets who are contributing to this as well. Like this article from The Guardian, titled, "Norse Code, Are White Supremacists Reading Too Much Into the Northman?" Subtitle, "Can Hollywood Tell Historical Tales Without Unwittingly Appealing to Toxic Ideologies?" Now, you know there will be people out there who will not read that article and will base all of their opinions solely on that title.
Man, I'm tired of being right.
And they will now associate this film and its supporters with white supremacy. Do you think that's constructive? Do you think that's going to do this film any favors? It's already fighting an uphill battle because the normies are only satisfied by superhero movies now. So on top of that, let's invent some bullshit narrative to stack the odds further against this film's success. But people want to argue with me and say there aren't any real agendas at play, right?
Fuck me, right?
This film has been criticized for promoting toxic masculinity. This film has been criticized for its historically accurate white cast. So basically, just to make people in 2022 feel better and not be in their feelings, we were supposed to change history and make women more dominant in this time period. And we should have also lazily shoehorned a diverse cast into a fucking Viking movie. Either these people are that stupid, or this is one big troll job.
That's bait.
Well, I'm glad I asked that question because clearly there are people out there who are buying into this bullshit being spewed on Twitter and in the media. Like this tweet that says, "The way YouTube people are flailing and drooling about the Northman, I know that shit is not for me. LMAO." That wasn't that funny at all, but I'll continue. Anytime YouTube people love something this much, it's usually racist. And here we are with generalizations again. So rather than this person go out and watch the movie and form their own opinion, they're just going to allow themselves to be manipulated into the idea that anything that receives legitimate praise is somehow rooted in racism.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Yet I'm sure this same person would take it up the ass for something that Rotten Tomatoes praises. We are quite literally living in a clown world, and it's a goddamn shame that an awful Thor trailer gets mostly positive coverage because the lead might be gay at some point, yet The Northman is a competently made original film that is somehow having controversies invented for it. The fix is in, ladies and gentlemen, and if you can't see it, then I can't help you. So let me know what you thought about all this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.